This Zoom meeting, I'm planning on going well, even though the last Zoom meeting first block blew up. This one's going to be perfect. I can sense it. This is going to be posted. So let's say you guys are doing your homework or your notes. Maybe there's some of you who need to do your notes still. This Zoom meeting is going to be recorded, so you can always come back and watch it. Like, I know she did a couple of these during class. Go back and watch the class video. Okay. All right, I'm going to come around and check on anybody. Are you okay? You know what you need to be working on? Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Are you okay? All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Are you okay? Let me know if you need anything. Okay. Any questions? How are you, hon? Are you okay? Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Call me over if you do. Excellent job. I like what I see there. Are you doing okay? Okay. Let me know if you need anything. Don't forget, you guys can ask questions on the 2-1 homework as well as I come through. I'm going to start over here. I always feel like I ignore poor Parker. I'm here. Can I help you with anything? Okay, will you call me over if you need me? Okay. How are you? Are you doing all right? Yeah. Okay. All right, let me know if you have anything. You know what you're doing? Okay. Dusty, you know what you need to be working on? Yeah. What's that? Yes, absolutely. Very nice. And it's all done? Scroll through for me. Let me see it's all done. Oh, I love it. That brings me joy. Yeah. Which one is that one? Oh, okay. If you don't mind, I'm just going to do that one on the board because I have a feeling everybody might need it. That way the people at home can rewind and see it too. Is that okay? So if there are people here who are working on the 2-2-2-3 homework, I'm going to throw number 13 up on the board for the general good of everyone. Again, don't forget this is going to be recorded so you guys can check it out on Zoom later if you need to. Do you guys see that y is not by itself? See how there's that negative 1/3 with it? Does anybody in this class know how to get rid of the negative 1/3? Yeah, we got to move it to the other side. What's that? You do have to move it to the other side. Yeah, you want y to be by itself. So in my first block class, the first thing I asked as well, because there wasn't, well, first, is there any volunteer who knows how to get rid of it all at once? And that's okay. I see like, no. How about just the negative? How do we move the negative to the other side? That would make sense if it was a minus 1/3. But that's actually like a times negative 1. Divide by negative 1. So I'm going to write, let me get rid of that. I'm going to write divide by negative 1. So that's going to be negative 1x equals positive 1/3 y. All right, how do we get rid of 1/3? Two options. Multiply by 3 or divide by 1/3 using parentheses. Either option will work. I would probably suggest multiplying by 3, but absolutely you may divide by 1/3 in parentheses. But if you multiply by 3, it's just going to give you 1y. Multiply by 3, negative 3x. Now the reason that's so much prettier than what it was is because now we can make an XY chart if you want. And if some of you, I don't need an XY chart, Mrs. Langeli. I know my y-intercept is 0 and my slope is negative 3. Some of you probably just know that. My y-intercept is 0 and my slope is negative 3. Most of you might be good with that. Go ahead and graph it. However, what would be some good x values to pick? What do you want to pick? Negative 2? I like it. If we pick negative 2, let's see, that's going to be negative 3 times negative 2. What's that going to give us? 6, yeah. All right, let's plot that point. And that's positive 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh, I know Peyton showed us how to make a straight line. You know what I learned? You can even like move the straight line around. It's so cool. I didn't know that. Well, we need 2 points to make a line. You learned that in geometry. Any 2 points makes a line. Give me another x value. My favorite is 0. Yeah, I was going to say, Sean, my favorite is 0. So if I do negative 3 times 0, I get what? Isn't that nice? So 0 is a point. Because I hope I know what I'm doing. I'm going to say these 2 points are perfect. Now, if you guys are like, oh, I need to double check, I think I'm just going to plug in 1. Well, if you plug in 1, you're going to get -3. And now you might be like, well, what does that do? As long as all 3 of them make a perfectly straight line, you know you're good. So as $8, hold it down. Good. And you can see how you can like, move it around. I'm going to go the other way too. There. Nice. That was such a cool trick. There you go. Okay. Yes.
I have questions. Do we have to do all that work? Like, I know, like, I can just use the equation
-3x plus 0. So you would be able to say like, hey, you would be able to say like, I know my y-intercept is 0. So you would just go here. And then you would go down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1. Fine. That's good. Once you get to here, that's probably a good thing. Okay, good. Yes. Did that answer that question? And is that the only question you had? Okay, good. I'm going to get him the answer key and I'll be right there. Now, if there are any online learners at home right now and you're like, boy, I wish I had the answer key, just hop on and ask me what question and I'll be happy to share that with you. I might ask you to do a screen share just to make sure, you have it all done. Would you mind just zoom into the top? You did really good. Could you zoom down for me? Excellent. Here you go. Excellent job. Please let me know if you have any questions. That was fantastic. Hey. Oh, absolutely. Most definitely. If anybody's with me online, I'm going to 2-1 for just a second. And what number is that, sweetheart? 20. Sure. Let me cut what I do have. Okay. These are kind of confusing. So the main idea is if you know how long somebody's femur is, woman, you can tell how tall she is. So H stands for height, F stands for femur. So on part A, this first thing is always the dependent variable, and the second thing is always the independent variable. So in this particular case, my dependent variable, wow, that's on the recording. I'm going to pretend like that didn't happen. I said that backwards. The first one's always your independent. Your second one's always your dependent. Let me just contradict all of math. All right. So here, this F, this is your independent. And this is your dependent. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the dependent with T. And we're going to keep 2.3 because it's constant. And we're going to replace our independent F with a value of 13. And multiply, add, and you'll have what T is. Okay? Now, before I leave you, let's take a look at C. So they want, remember, this is the independent. In other words, the quote-unquote X value. I don't like to get stuck on like X versus Y. I would much rather focus on the words independent, dependent. So the dependent, this H of F, is going to get replaced with actually a number this time. And let's see, what's going to replace my F? An M. Okay, did I explain that good enough? And then you're going to subtract 24, divide by 2.3, and you'll be good to go. You're very welcome. Yes, I sure do. Is that 2.1? Yeah. Good. Scroll to the top. Let me see. Wonderful. I'll go get that for you. You doing okay? This isn't it. Try again. That's not it. Try again. I must have left it back here. Yes, I sure did. There you go. You're very welcome. Don't forget to fill that mask up, please. Or you're welcome. Or feel free to take a break in the hall if you need. Yeah. You got it. Let me back up. Let me come with you. 2223. Okay, I'm ready for you. Absolutely. That's these ones, right? Mm-hmm. All right. I will do all 4 with you. Right? Okay. Are you okay if I sit here? Okay. Now let me get comfortable. So what we need to do is solve it for y. Maybe I'll even write this stuff down. So we're going to solve it for y. And then we're going to look and see if we see a y-intercept. If we don't see a y-intercept, it is direct. If we do, well, there's always a y-intercept. If there's a y-intercept that's not 0, that's bad. We want 0. So if we look at number 4, it's already solved for y, which is great. Technically, what's the intercept? And so since there's technically a plus 0 in the back, that makes this a yes. Great. And then the constant is just what you think of as a slope. Perfect. Now let's take a look at number 5. You go ahead and walk that through. I'll listen. Good. So you're going to write yes or no for direct. Yes. If the y-intercept is 0, it's a yes. And that's like by definition of what direct is. That is correct. That is correct. Very good. Yes, because this one has a -3 in the back, we're going to say no, which means we can't find a constant of variation. Yes. Good. Yes. Excellent. Wonderful. You're welcome. Sure. Anything else, or you just kind of keep working? Okay. Excellent. You're so welcome. Did I see you had your hand up? Oh, okay. Yes.
Is it okay that I had like the number in there?
That's actually preferred. Yes. I had my student aide last year make that, and you're absolutely right. There should be a number in there. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Where are we at? Number 19, not a problem. So at home, if you're with me, I'm doing number 19 from yesterday. Maybe. All right, so we have a function about area. Evaluate pretty much means plug in and solve. So they want to make the radius 11.5. So what do you think that would look like? That would be if they gave us the area, not the radius. That 11.5 is for the radius. Yes, yes. So we'll do A equals 4. We'll keep the pi symbol. I know a lot of people make it 3, 4. Don't leave it as pi. Well, I'll show you where it is on your calculator. I'm also going to try to balance that for you. That would drive me crazy. And then, so take away r, put in 11.5, and then square it. And then on our calc, go ahead, and that's right. So we'll do 4. The pi button is the shift button or the second button, and then the exponent thingy. Did that make sense? Because I'm really messing mine up, so take your time. There we go. 4 pi second. Yeah, hit clear though. You have 2 4s by accident. 4, that one, and that button.
Oh,
Perfect. No, sorry. And then 11.5. And then since the radius was squared, we'll have to square this too. Good. Excellent. So it doesn't say what to round to, so we'll just do 6, 6, 1. Let's just go to the 9. My units, since it's area, are square centimeters. So write cm and then square cm. Good. Okay. Hey.
So, one I missed on this one.
That's okay. That's all right though. Like I love this that's perfect. So you just have to finish it up. Good.
And then I don't know what I did on this.
Well, the good news is you started super good. You're just gonna. Okay. So here, can you see mine on my board? Up on the big screen. So the 56.2 doesn't just replace the h; it replaces the h of f. So that entire side becomes 56.2. You lose the m.
All right.
Okay. Yes, good. And then, so yeah, like h of f is one whole unit, okay? And then you take away 24 and then divide by 2.3 when you're all done. You're very welcome. Are you okay, Austin? Okay. How are you doing back here? You doing all right? Yeah? Okay, good. How are you, Lydia? You okay? Remington, you all right?
Which one's the homework?
Today?
No, not Monday.
My,
Kids do like on Monday.
oh, this one here.
Uh,
The let's see,
practical?
practice problems. Yep. Yes, you did perfect. The only thing that you need to finish is the final. Oh, did you buy one of these? I love it. Isn't it nice? The final answer you rate. I better use yours so I don't disconnect it. You'll rate it as an ordered pair, so you'll do -3, comma, -7. And then if you could highlight that, that would be really helpful. Okay, you're so welcome. I'm glad you got one. I'm glad it's working for you. Yeah. You okay? All right. How you doing, hon? Yeah. And that's 2, 2, and 2, 3? Okay, I am ready when you are. Go ahead.
So I want to get 12, 4, and 8.
Sure. Number 4, number 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so number 4, can you see how there's essentially a +0 in the back?
Yeah.
That makes it a yes.
All right. So,
Okay. And then the constant is the quote-unquote slope.
so the number 5 would be yes too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you are good on number 7 is also going to be a yes
All right.
because it's a 0 in the back. I'm going to check my chat real quick on Zoom. Let me see, I'm going to stop sharing my screen just for a second so nobody sees it. No chats. Oh, good, I'm my only one in my meeting. Good. I think that's always funny when I'm the only one. Okay, let me go back there and here. All right. And what else? You got it. So if anybody's on the homework, 2223, I'm going to go over number 8. So there's 2 ways to do this, okay? We can set up a proportion. I kind of like that. Or we can make it an equation. Totally your pick. Which one would you like? Me too. Now in the notes, did I tell you that we should put y on the top? Like do y, like do y over x? Or did I say we should do x over y? Think about slope.
X, Y over X.
It is. It is. It is. Yes, and it's just identical. And the reason is because it's just like slope. That's kind of how I remember it. So y is on the top. So we're going to take this first piece of information and make our first fraction. So 4 over -2, y over x. And then we're going to set that equal to this information. So what will go on top?
The 6.
Yes, and what will go on bottom?
X.
Yeah, and then cross multiply like that and solve.
All right.
Okay, you're welcome. Is that enough? Did that make enough sense?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, right there. So everybody looking forward to the long weekend? Yeah. We got 2 4-day weeks right away. I like that. That's good. Okay.
So I got H for some reason.
Let's figure it out. So it says could not be part of the function. Maybe you missed the word not. So that would mean, let me see, which one do I have? That one there?
Mhm.
The reason this one's your answer, because you see that 3 right there is your domain. It's not allowed to repeat. Like you can't have 2 domains of 3. Okay? Anything else?
I think.
Okay. Hey. Yeah, the second number can repeat, the first number cannot. Hey. Yes. That is, Sean's almost all done. And then I'll have, when you're done, Sean, can you just pass it back? Thanks. Uh-huh. Hi. Which one? Number 8. So did you oh, you're making an equation. We can absolutely do that. Let's see what she's got. So I'm going to walk you through both ways. You tell me what way you like better, okay? Because what you were doing was not wrong. That first line is perfectly fine. Let me walk you through both ways. You tell me what way you like. So we can say, okay, it says direct. So that's y equals kx. That's 4 equals k times -2, which I see you already have written. When you divide by -2, you end up getting -2 equals k. So then you could be like, oh, okay, I made my equation. My equation is y equals -2x. And that equation works for anything now. So if I have a y value of 6, I can do 6 equals -2x divided by -2. -3 is x. That's fine. Not a lot of people like that. And is there anything wrong with this? No. In fact, this one probably shows your understanding a little bit more than what I'm about to do. But to me, my favorite way of doing it, because I know like direct variation means I can set up a proportion. And my proportions should be y over x because that's like slope. So I'll put my y over my x. That equals my y over my, I don't know my x. Yeah, and then cross multiply. So -12 equals 4x. Divide by 4, -3 is x. Either way is fine. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, you're so welcome. Which way do you prefer? Yep, me too. Yep. Hey,
Was it 10 then?
say it again. It was,
I'm confused.
okay, well, let me help you. I think this problem it is a confusing problem, especially because like commission is not necessarily, is it spider? I got it. Commission is not something necessarily that's like instinctive to you guys because it's not like you guys really work for anywhere that has commission yet. So the first thing we need to do at part A is make an equation. Now I see everything you, well, that's probably where we should start because without the equation, part B won't come into play. So let's talk about if the employee doesn't sell any merchandise, how much does that employee make?
400.
That's your y-intercept. So the first thing we can do is we can do like plus, if I get the pen, we can plus 450 in the back of an equation because that's like where we typically put our y-intercept. Yeah, go ahead, take your time. Oh, can I show you something neat?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it with this because it will connect my Apple Pen. Oh, nice. If you do that, you can, I don't know, maybe this is more work. You can circle it and just delete everything at once.
No, that's
Someone taught,
faster because I
oh.
have like
oh, I was like, I think I just messed it up. And then tap it and hit delete. Yeah. So Ms. Miles showed me that. I was like, that's cool. All right. Now, this employee makes more money if she sells stuff.
Yeah.
How much, what percent does she make?
10.10.
And what is that as a decimal? That is correct. And in math, what? It's 0.10 of her sales. Do you know what the word of means in math?
Divided.
Multiply.
No.
So if we do it like this, we'll do 0.10 times her sales like that
0.10.
of her sales. And so
Oh.
X represents her sales.
That looks like an exclamation.
And now we can set that equal. They're saying write a function. So we'll just do, okay, f of X. That's good. And that's all you need for part A. Good.
All right.
Now that's it. Part A is done. Part A, our vocab is a huge thing that comes into play. Whenever it asks for a function rule, it's asking for an equation. So that we have satisfied A. Now B. B says that she earns 570. Is, you have two options. Is f of X her earnings or is X her earnings?
F of X.
That is correct. So put 570 on this side of the equation. And solve for X. And then you'll be all done. Is that okay?
Yep.
Good.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Hi. How can I help you? All of these, yep. It's fun that way, right? Keeps you, yeah. Entertained is the word I like today. How are you?
Good.
Doing okay? You're welcome. Good. Let me know if you need me. How are you? Are you seriously done? I'm very impressed by you. I like the Dusty that came to 11th grade. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I'm going to shut that door.
Literally.
It's not even middle school. Oh, I'm being recorded. I'm sorry, any parents of middle schoolers. But middle school is loud. Let me check my Zoom, see who's here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Trying to get better at like protecting like people's like privacy and stuff. Okay. Yes.
Was her amount of sales 1,200
Mhm,
sales?
mhm.
That's why I'm confused.
So that means she stole $1,200 worth of merchandise.
I thought you sold 1,200.
No, that makes more sense. No problem. Is that a hand, Austin? Okay, do you have any questions for me? Okay. All right, you'll be able to get this done, you think, by 11 tonight, 11:59 tonight? Okay. Okay, good. And then don't forget to do the other one during the weekend, okay? Okay. Yes. Let's see. Okay, now let's say just in a day, this was you. You rented a car and the agency said, okay, it's $19.95 to rent it and 50 cents, and you ended up going 73 miles. How much would you owe the what am I trying to say, rental company?
Oh, okay. So this is like the date. So we're paying this like already.
Yes.
This is what's like changing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then how much would you owe the company?
Money.
Well, you have to owe them how much? What's not changing? You owe them,
Like $20.
yeah. So we're gonna put, that's the y-intercept that goes in the back of our equation. That's not changing. No matter what, you owe them $19.95. But like you said, that one, I forget how you said something. This is the one that's changing, the 50 cents. That's your variable. Yes. So that is what gets the X.
And then I just have to solve this.
In the second one, yes. So your function rule leaves it like this. We don't put the 73 in your function rule because the 73 is the thing that like changes. Good. So what we do in the second one, we just put 73 in for that X and solve it.
So I just put the calculator, but yeah, but the X is like 73.
That is correct.
Do I
Yep.
need to show my work?
No, I mean, I would like to see this. This would make me happy. And since life's all about me, you can put that on there. And then your answer. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Any questions? Okay. Good. Dusty, do you have any work for any of your other classes to do? If you want to, you can do the notes so you don't have to do them this weekend. 2-4. Oh, wait, I don't have them published yet, do I? I'll publish that for you, Dusty. I think I have that one ready to go. Let me see. Didn't even think about it. I like to publish a whole week at a time. Good enough. I'll publish that. I need to copy it. Copied courses. I'll copy it to that. And copy folder. Copy folder. All right, courses. All right, check and see if that worked at all for you. Okay, and then I think I have, yep. I don't have the homework posted inside of there, but I think I can do that pretty quickly. Get that in there. Tuesday, 9/8. See, add file for, where is it? Not teacher resources. Tuesday. All right, and okay. All right, I think that's good. Hey, absolutely. I'm sure Dusty gave it back to me. It's a matter of where I put it. Gave it to Mar. When Mar, I'll grab it whenever she's all done. Are you all done? Or just whenever you're done? Okay. And then if you want, I mean, you don't have to, but if you're waiting, you want to do your notes, you can. Okay? Yes, Austin. Right there. Okay? You okay?
Yeah. So what is it like?
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
Okay, and then with the function will be 7.
No, that would be the constant. The function rule is, I'm going to put it up here in case anybody's with you. So what Sean did, guys, is he did 14/2. He tested all of them, and you got them all to be 7, which is perfect. So you were able to say yes. So you were absolutely right. This is the k value, though, not the equation. The function rule is y equals 7x. So it's nothing too fancy. Okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Hey,
The function will be 7, right?
that would be the constant. The function rule is y equals 7x. Whenever you see the word function and rule together, that means the equation. Yes, very good. Yeah. All right. How you doing, Parker? Do you have any questions for me on anything? No? Okay. Okay, you're welcome. How you doing, Peyton? You okay? Okay. Hayden, are you okay? Do you have any questions for me? Okay. How about Max? How's Max doing? Good? Dylan, how are you?
That's a function rule.
That's just the constant. A function rule is,
Is the whole thing.
yes, y equals 7x. So you're there, it's just one more. And that is just pure vocab. Hey. That's okay. So what you're going to be looking for on this area, let me get rid of this. You're going to be setting it equal to y, which number 4 is done for you. And then you're going to be checking what the y-intercept is. So on number 4, it's already equal to y, so thumbs up on that. What's the y-intercept though?
0.
Excellent. So if the y-intercept is 0, then you can say, yes, it's direct. And now, since we already have the function rule, they want to know what's the constant. Just a number.
12.
K equals 12. Good. So go ahead. Then number 6, it's already set equal to y, which is kind of nice. Do we have what's our y-intercept?
-3.
So that's going to be a no. It has to be 0. And that means we cannot do the second part of the problem.
Alright.
No problem. How you doing up here? Any questions for me? Good. Following your notes beautifully. Good. I feel like the setup works really well for you because you can get yourself real focused in. That's good. That's good. And check on my online learners real fast. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Oh, just me. Just little old me. Hey.
Why do you put maybe about 30
Yeah. So they're hard. But I'm happy to help. So remember the first video, how there was two videos or two different things on the notes yesterday? This was the first video. Okay, let me get this. All right. So the first thing in number 17, because we're talking about domain and ranges, I want you to tell me, is this going like, is there any forevers? Forever left, up, down, right? That means whenever you can say forever left and right in your domain, yes, good. Perfect. That's perfect. Now, is there any other forevers? Is it pointing, because we already checked left and right, so that was good. Is it forever up or forever down? It does go forever up. See how the arrows are pointing up? No, if you see an arrowhead, that means forever. So we do have forever up, but we have like a cutoff at the bottom. What's the cutoff at the bottom? What's the lowest it goes? Yes, and what is the Y value there? Excellent. Perfect. So that means our ranges are going to be a little more difficult than our domains. We're going to start with a Y because ranges are Ys. Now, do you think it is going to be greater than or equal to -1 or less than or equal to -1?
No, greater.
Very good, because it's going up. Yes. There you go. That's it. I think there is one more part to the question, but that's it for domain and range. I think it asks you if it's a function. That's right. And it is a function. It passes a certain test. What's that test it passes? The vertical line test. Good. Let's do 18. So let's talk about left to right. Left and right. How far left does it go? This is hard for kids to see. On the x-axis, how far left does it go? That's how far right it goes. Go ahead and put that, there's a 2 there, definitely to the 2. How far left does it go though? It goes to right, I better not use that. It goes to like here. So what is this? Yes, good. So if we have a minimum of 0, but a maximum of 2, we have to write it that really weird, funny way where we do 0 is less than or equal to x. Oh, my pen must be dying. It's less than or equal to 2. I'm guessing, yeah. You have to charge those ones too. Parker bought one. That's the one I bought. It's like $16, but those last. I think I got 2 days out of that one, Parker, when I was working. Now let's do the range. What's the lowest? So we have up and we have down. What's the lowest this thing goes on the y-axis? Good. And how high does it go? Good. So for our range, we're going to use those numbers. So the smallest is -2, and the highest is +2. And for ranges, we always do y's. They are always less than or equal to. All of them are, and the reason for that is it's not just made up. This y, you're saying all my y's are either, if you read this backwards, all my y's are bigger than -2, but smaller than +2. So they're saying it bounces in between here and here. That's the reason we read it. You're perfect. So yep, that's the last part, not a function. Good. You're very welcome. You guys are working so well. All my classes are different and I like them all equally the same, but like you guys are definitely my most focused group and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that because it makes this particular Zoom meeting the easiest one to post. So thank you. But I mean, like all my classes are really cool. I like they're a lot of different personalities and a lot of fun, but there's just like an intense focus in here, and I love it.
Okay, I got for this one.
Yeah.
I got 6 repeating.
On
X's.
each
That
one?
that
Each one that you did, you got the same thing? Okay, I just double check. Oops, would help probably if I was in the right homework. Because you would do 6 over 9, 8 over 12. Okay, tell me what those, hit math, enter, enter on that. Do like 6 over 9, 8, and tell me what you get as a decimal.
Wait, what did I do wrong?
6 over 9. You didn't do anything wrong. I would just prefer for you to have a fraction instead of a decimal. So you told me you got 0.6 repeating. So I want to know what is that as a fraction?
Um,
Your calculator can do it. Hit 6 over 9. 6 divided by 9.
okay.
Yeah, sorry. Hit enter.
Enter.
And then math. 1. Yeah, one more. Good. And even these calculators, that'll do that for you too. So I love everything you have. I'm not going to disagree. I won't even mark it wrong. But I will tell you on the quiz, if you choose to take the multiple choice quiz, it'll say 2/3 instead of 0.6. Okay?
And then, am I doing this right? Am I supposed to do
That looks
proportions
good.
for these?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as you're putting y on the top. Yep.
All right.
Very good. Yes. I like your answer of 12, but it is a yes. Anytime your y-intercept is a 0, the answer is a yes. Yeah.
And then for this one, I just
Yeah.
have to solve it like this.
Yes, you do. What do you think? Is that going to be a yes or a no? So you have y equals 6x plus 0. What do you think? It is going to be a yes. Anytime this y-intercept is 0, that's good. That means it's direct. Mhm. Mhm. Very good. You're very welcome. How are you, Austin? You okay? All right. If you want, I just worked with Remington on that one. I will be happy to kind of zoom in here. Just let me know if it doesn't make sense though, okay? And is that the one you're at? Am I right? Okay. Also make sure, so here's your domain, here's your range. Also make sure to say if it's a function. You need to either say yes or no to it being a function. Okay? Let me know though, like this doesn't make sense, please ask, because this will pop up on your quiz. Hi, Dylan. Sure. That's 2-2, right? Nobody's asked about that one today. Usually I get somebody. Good. Doing great. All right. Now, let's see. We know, I'm trying to think the best way to explain it. We know that if we definitely have direct, we know that y divided by x is what we would do. So far, so good? So the question is, if you double x, what would you have to do to y?
Right, you just have to double.
There you go. Perfect. Very good. Are you okay? All right. Doing okay? Right. How are you doing? Okay. You lucky dog, so 28 minutes. Oh, a little bit of bad news. We got an email yesterday saying that if we are letting our classes out before 12:40, we need to stop because they aren't having time to clean off the tables in between lunches. But I promise you, at 12:40, you zig right out of this. Boom, just go. Beat everybody else. Okay, just go. I understand. But I do know there are people who maybe stretch the rules a little bit more than me and let their kids out, I think, at like 12:37. I think maybe those are the issues. But with the email reminder, I better make sure that I obey. Sure.
I was thinking of
Yeah.
like 4 times like pi, and then the r squared be like the radius. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure this is like the whole. Like, I don't think that's right.
I think you
Really
did.
3.14 times this.
Mm-hmm. You're doing,
Your answer.
yeah. So if you do A equals 4 times pi times 11.5 squared, that's exactly what they're looking for.
And I'll get
Yep, it's over 1,000. It's like 1,660 something. I can't remember the exact numbers. Okay, good. I realize that I like completely neglected to keep that on the screen after I told you I would. Do you want me to go over 18 with you?
No.
Okay. How'd you do on everything? You doing okay? Any questions for me at all? Okay. Oh, those are hard. Yeah. Those are special cases and they're always the hardest ones. So go back there. So Mara's doing a good job. Excellent. Good. Hey.
Is it okay if I just leave my answer?
Yes, I actually really like that. I know that sometimes the screen flies and never very why. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think what number is that? 17?
Yeah.
I'll just let me do a double check on it real quick. Yes, and that is perfect. Kudos to whoever taught you that. Very good. Very good.
And then, are you going to give us the equation for this? Y equals
You mean like
minus
that one up
y
there?
plus y1.
I think it is on the quiz.
Okay.
So there's, yeah, Sean kind of brought up, now that we're here, maybe we should kind of just briefly talk about it. I have a really difficult decision to make. And that decision is, how do I handle quizzes and tests so that they're fair for you, but they're also maybe not the same for the people at home? Because like I said, I know apps like Photomath exist. I know things like Mathway exist. I know Google exists. So it's really hard because I can monitor you guys just fine. But like, I can't give the at-home kids the same quiz I give you simply because it would almost be too easy. You know, am I making any sense? You can just take a picture of it, get the answer. So traditionally in this class, because I grade your homework so intense, the quizzes and tests are multiple choice. P.S. Not everybody passes them, so don't be like, oh, easy. They're not easy necessarily. So my idea right now is to still have multiple choice available to students in the room if they want to. And then what I'm doing today, I spent an hour already making 5 questions. I'm trying to make a quiz that's equivalent difficulty and time-wise as the multiple choice one, but it's open-ended and you have a few more explanations to do. And that would be the ones the kids at home are going to have to take. I'm also pretty tempted to allow all tests and quizzes to be open notes and open book, only because I can't stop somebody at home. I mean, I could prevent them from going to a new screen on their iPad, but I can't prevent them from pulling up their home computer. And yeah, it boils down to ethics, but I want to make it fair. So I also want to maybe, I'm still pondering this through. I have the weekend to decide, giving you guys an option. Like if you want to do the multiple choice quiz, or maybe you guys want to do the open-ended stuff too. Maybe you're like, no, I'll do better showing my work than I will just randomly guessing. I think they're going to be the same difficulty-wise. I really do. There won't be as many questions on the open-ended ones as there will be on a multiple choice, because multiple choice, you can really narrow down options if you're good at it. So just kind of like put that in the back of your mind. I'm not 100% certain the multiple choice are going to be open note, open book. I'm really trying to debate that. But just kind of want to let you guys know what's going on in my mind. Any questions or thoughts or opinions or ideas? You can think about it too. Let me know. I want it to be fair for everybody. That's the biggest thing. I just want it to be fair. I want you guys to think you're getting the same treatment or the same level of difficulty that people at home are. Okay. Oh, be right there.
I wanna see.
It looks like you did, because you did, that would be -2 over +2. So the slope is just -1, no x.
Wait,
And then you're perfect.
I did positives too. Wait,
You're good. I went right here.
okay.
You're good. Everything's
Wait.
perfect.
This is y2 and this is y1.
Mhm. Yeah, you're
Because
perfect.
on the notes, I was confused.
Oh, I did. You can flip it. I know that. If I couldn't make it more difficult for you. Yeah, you can do y1 minus y2 and x1 minus x2, as long as you do it in order. Like you can't do 2 minus 1 on the top and 1 minus 2 on the bottom, but as long as you're consistent, it'll be fine.
So it is -1.
Yep, but get rid of the x. It's just -1. Good. Hey. That would be beautiful. I love fractions. You're welcome. You doing okay? All right. Yeah.
So do I put the 11.5 A or is it just R?
Since it says it's the radius, you put it in for R. Okay, very good. And don't forget to square it. Good. The answer is like 1,600 something. Hey,
This is the evaluation
good.
function, right? But after that,
No, you can just put square centimeters at the end and you'll be good. So centimeters and then square. Perfect.
that's good.
That's perfect.
And
Yep.
then I'll lay that out with this one.
You may let's do them. You're not bothering me. Let's see. Okay. Let me do this.
Is this a multiple choice one or be like?
No, there's 4 problems. It's the same equation for 4 problems.
We're just plugging in like roles for A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So the main thing to when you look at this equation here, this 2.3, you have to remember that this is the dependent side or the dependent variable, and that this is the independent variable. A lot of kids get stuck on like this side is y and this side is x, but it's not always y and x. So that's why I'm going to say independent versus dependent. Now, over here, this first thing is always the independent, and the second thing is always the dependent. So what that means for this equation is that the dependent is going to get replaced with a t. So all of f of h becomes a t. And then the 2.3 is consistent, it never changes. And the independent is going to become a 13. And then the 24 is a constant, it never changes.
And then we're solving.
Yep.
So if we were trying to set up this one, it would be P equals
Mm-hmm.
the 2.3.
Mm-hmm.
And then our, well, the
Mm-hmm.
dependent,
Mm-hmm. Independent, that one's independent. Mm-hmm.
that would be the 14.
Yes.
And then we'll just add the plus 1.
Yep. Go ahead and set up part C because part C is different than those two.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing this would be outcome.
Mm-hmm. Good. And would you be able to algebraically solve for M in that case?
With like,
Yes. Yes.
I guess just like move all this over here.
Yep. Just start with the 24. So you'll do minus 24 first. And then after you do that step, divide by 2.3. Very good. Doing great.
Oh, so these are like lumped together.
Yes. 2.3 M. Mm-hmm. Very good. Excellent job.
Okay, so I have a negative or
Good.
subtracting a negative. Do I keep change or do I just subtract?
You do. It ends up being 1 plus 3 is this, and long story short,
Okay, so it's like
change.
change.
Yes.
So keep that back.
Yes.
All right.
Good. You're welcome. Hey, I'm so sorry. Can you say that again? I'm like, yeah, it sure is. And the reason is because they're direct variation. Yeah, like if you don't do any pedal strokes, you won't go anywhere. So 0, 0 is a point. Okay? If that's not the case, then you can't do proportions. Okay? You're welcome. How you doing? Yes, you can print them anytime you want. I don't know if those are connected to printers or how you connect them to printers, but yeah, you're more than welcome to print them if you can. Absolutely. Or if you just want to do them if you just want to like do them here, my suggestion, and this is what Ms. Shirey did too, she's like, give the iPads maybe a week or two, see if you become more, like I know I've become a lot more comfortable using it. See if maybe that happens because they're not going away. I can promise you that. But yeah, I mean, if you want to, I'm not gonna like not accept it. Okay. Hey,
How do I do this?
that is an excellent question. So think about, now this really brings a lot of memory recall back from Algebra 1. If you remember this, I'm gonna be incredibly impressed. Ready? My question to you is in Algebra 1, Miss Shirey, okay, taught you that when X is missing, when you just have a Y value, what does your graph look like? It's a special case. You don't know, don't worry. Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna watch this out. Can you graph? Oh, actually, I better not, because if I register my pen, I have to undo your whole screen. Okay,
Because it
Well,
just equals 7. When
yes.
Just go across the line.
Boom, excellent. So what is the question now that I'm find this, write each, and you can't do the slope intercept form is pretty much done. What would the slope of that line be? Since in your mind, yes. So you can just write, yeah, and you can just write m equals 0. What would the intercept be?
It's always 7.
Yeah, excellent, very good. All right, don't forget to identify those because I think that's part of the credit is it says find the slope. So like just write m and point at it and then write b and point at it. I'm gonna stay for the next one because it's the worst one, 31. Perfect. Oh, can you reduce that for me? What is that reduced?
Everything is -1 and 1/3.
So what would it be as a fraction? Each reduces by 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm -4.
Perfect. And if you ever want, your calculator, I don't know if you know, it can reduce for you if you ever get stuck. You just have to do, it would be like -8 divided by 6 math, and you hit the fraction, and it like does it, except for the fact that I have all kinds of weird stuff typed, but. Good. All right, I think this is the hardest one on this section.
How would you be able to get Y?
You can't. There is technically no slope intercept form even available for this one. So what would the graph look like?
Or just be a line up.
Yes, very good. What's the slope of that line?
I want to say like infinity or
Oh, you're so close. Undefined. Undefined. But you knew there was like an important word there. So you can just write like M undefined and think about that line. What would the y-intercept be?
The Y. Oh, it's on. There's just be 0.
It is. There is none. It will never go through your y-axis. So that, yeah, that was absolutely a mean problem. Very good. Excellent memory on the up and down versus left and right. Very good. How you doing, Hayden? Do you have any questions for me? No? Yes? Do you need me? Okay. Let me know if you do. Yes. Oh yeah, that's mean, isn't it? So I was actually just talking to Dylan about this. Think back to Algebra 1. What is an undefined slope? I'll give you a hint. It's one of these arms. Which one is undefined? Another hint? Yes, very good. Because this one is what? What's the slope? Yes, very good. All right. Good job, Mashari. Mashari? Yeah, good job, Mashari. Okay, so what I would do personally on this one, I'm a visual learner. So I would plot the 0.67. So that's like somewhere here in outer space. And I would draw an undefined line through that point. Now, what is the equation of that line? Hint, it's either x equals 6 or it's y equals 7.
X equals 6.
Very good, very good. And I think I just heard somebody pop in on my headset. Is there anybody anybody at home who needs something? Hey.
Hi. What is the homework and stuff for tonight other than these notes and what I'm doing right now?
That is an excellent question. I think your goal is not that. I think I have it here. So tonight you want to make, can you see my screen okay?
Yep.
Okay, tonight you want to make sure you submit your 2-1 homework, and that
Okay.
was in yesterday's folder. Monday night, because we have no school Monday, so you have a nice long weekend.
Yep.
But of course, I'm going to make sure I keep you busy this weekend. I don't want you to forget your math. You're going to submit your 2-2-2-3 homework, and that's in tonight.
Okay.
That's in today's folder.
Yeah.
And then so that you can kind of like get prepped for the Zoom meeting on, what would that be then? Tuesday? Do your
Yeah.
2-4. Oh, I should have wrote notes. Do your 2-4 notes. Don't do your 2-4 homework, do 2-4 notes, and then you'll be prepped pretty well for Tuesday. Now, if you
Okay.
want to start the homework on the 2-4, I'm certainly not going to stop you, but
Okay.
all right, that all makes sense?
Yep. I'm gonna screenshot
Okay.
this real quick so I don't.
You go right ahead. Oh, I also posted it on the updates if you want to look at the updates too.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right, hop on and tell me if you need any help with anything.
All right.
Yes, very good. I should make sure before we keep, what is that number? 16 on tonight's homework, right? And directions say slope intercept form. Yes, so minus x would be a wonderful first step. All right, read to me what you're going to get. I'm just going to encourage you put the minus x first and the 1 behind it, just so we can get it ready for y equals mx plus b. But absolutely perfect so far. What should we do now? I love it. Tell me what we'll have. Okay, you have a couple of things there. First of all, negative x. Negative's hiding there. And it's not minus -2, just -2. Good, but you're doing well. Yeah. What's next?
Would you divide by 2 now?
So close. -2.
Oh,
All right, you ready for some math?
Yeah.
Always. All right, let me hear what you get.
So it would be -2x.
And you already have y equals, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Not -2x. That's mean, isn't it? Yeah. She goes, uh-huh. So something to remember is that there is a -1 in front of that x. So put that in your calculator and reduce it for me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Uh-huh. Everything. Wonderful. And then the x goes behind that. Mm-hmm. What kind of 1? Plus or minus? Wonderful. And are we graphing this one or just that much?
I think
Yep, this is slope intercept. It's perfect. Perfect. All right, you're welcome. Hey, sure, but it's a doozy.
This part B really.
Oh, I love, hey, excellent job on part A though. Not a lot of people can get part A. For which side? The left side? Do you plug it in for f of x or do you plug it in for just x? F of x stands for the week. X stands for how much product she sold. Plug it in. No, because x is how much the product that she sold. Give me a sec to catch up with you here. Yes. So here, you and I match part A, right? Okay. So this side over here is how much she earns. This X is how much she sold. So it says that she earns 570 So 570 replaces that entire side. And then you have to solve for x. And then that will tell you once you minus 450 and do like the fence thing, that'll tell you how much product she sold, like what the price of her cell phone sales were.
570 this side of here.
Take out all of f of x. F of x is one unit, you're removing it.
570 equals the 0.10x plus, and then what do I plug anything into that x?
No, you're solving for x.
That's when we draw it. right?
Yes. Go ahead.
It would look like this.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then we do our fence line, do this equation.
Yes. And once you get x, you'll find out the merchant, like how much merchandise she sold. Yeah.
And then how would I submit this calculator?
You do this little button here, this upload button.
I tell you,
Yep, Google Drive.
Okay.
And then you go to Schoology, and then it's like submit from resources, I think it says. Yes, good. Hey, let me see. Yes, I think you did. Everything looks good. The only thing I would encourage you on this one to do is leave it as 6/7. Okay? You're very welcome. My internet is unstable. Well, that's exactly what I want to hear. Which- Yes, those are mean. It is. And you're right, because those are, I'm glad that you noticed, like, hey, those are like not normal. So this is technically in slope, you're on 30, right? That is technically in slope intercept form. If I asked you, I was like, hey, graph that line, what would it look like?
Like that.
Yes, very good. And it would be at 7.
Yeah.
Good. So the question becomes, I think the directions asked for slope intercept form. So it's kind of already done.
It just says right in equation.
Oh, okay. Then does it say in slope intercept form? Oh, okay. So that's already done. The next thing it asks for is the slope. And I think the next thing it asks for is the intercept. The slope is 0 and the intercept is
7.
good.
So y equals 0.
Pretty much, yeah. And you're done there. And then now this is, can I have everybody for this particular section here, this 28 through 29, just a couple of things on 20, when you get to 29, make sure you reduce. You're going to get a slope, and that slope is going to need to be reduced, okay? Like I think it's like 8/6 or something like that, or 6/8. Make sure you reduce that. The second thing is, only because it's in the directions, I want to make sure you guys, it asks you to identify the slope. So you actually need to say, hey, my slope is, hey, my slope or my intercept is, okay? So you're going to answer with an equation, you're going to answer with a slope, you're going to answer with an intercept. So you're going to have like 3 parts to that. So it says write an equation, find the slope, find the intercept. So 3 answers to those type of problems, okay? Yeah, oh, yeah, you guys still have 3 more minutes. Don't quit on me. Sure, yeah.
Just draw the line and then hold.
Somebody taught me that. Peyton taught me that. And look, you can, like, after it draws it, you can move it to match. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to start doing that on my notes.
Oh, you could do that. You could do it with tiny shape, do like a square. And then like make it
Oh, I didn't know you could zoom in and out. Oh, that's so cool. My mind was blown. I was like, whoa. All right. Answer key is here. Here you go, Savannah. Happy Friday. Excellent. All right. So with my, I guess, my 1 or 2 minute wrap up here, please know I'm working really hard to think about a way to keep the quiz Wednesday. Everybody, Wednesday's the quiz, 2-1 through 2-4. I'm really thinking of a good way to keep it fair for everybody, no matter what kind of learner you are. And these, if you want to take a picture of this, you're more than welcome to. I put it on the update section of our Schoology too. Do you guys get messages for updates? If you have your note, okay. I think maybe some people, I disabled a lot of my notifications because I would get like 23 a day, and I just was. But I did post this on our update sections. Okay. Yes.
Take a picture, that's the one I'm doing.
Do me a favor. I will take that home and yeah, you let me know that they're done and then I will. Okay. And that's not you. That's so I can practice it about any, I would do it for anybody. If that makes sense. Thanks, son. Hmm. All right. I'm going to have to upload this and get rid of the beginning of my Zoom meeting. Oh, everybody remember too that every day that we work, I have in your guys' class, like I said, the past like 3 days, since we've only been here for that long, have been the ones that I've chosen. All those are uploaded to the Schoology page, like our Zoom recordings. And do you know that, or am I just telling you something you already know? If you don't know, they're under the they're right here, daily recorded Zoom meetings from class. So I'll make sure. So if you'd missed stuff today, just log on. You guys saw I was doing a lot of problems on the screen. So you can go on and check. Okay. Oh, you can do the 2-4 notes. Okay. And the 2-4 notes are published. Please get them done. If you want Tuesday to go well for you, please get the 2-4 notes done. That's due Monday night at 11:59. Okay. And you guys go ahead and take off. Have a bye. Bye. Yes, will you bring it back to me? Okay, go ahead. Yep. Bye. Good day today. Thank you, you too. Dusty, I love the 11th grade, Dusty. Don't stop. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, that was really loud probably for you guys at home. I'm sorry. I forgot I saw my thing on. Oh, nobody's here. Okay.